God Almighty, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, be with you and remain with you now and
Good hands just thank ya. You chose a bush a patty around nose. Quick name in the quick rim over.
Hi there everyone, Jack here again at the Vinyl Voyage, back with another video. So, the last couple of days I've been off quiz duties, taking a little break and getting back to some finds videos. So if you watched one of my recent videos, you would know that I was down in the west of Scotland doing a little bit of digging, and I got given a big bag of free singles. Now, I said in the last video, I'm not really a singles guy. I don't have a lot of singles. I've got a small bundle of singles, generally stuff that I've picked up when I've picked up a lot of albums. However, this was a bigger bag of singles. I'm not quite sure how many were in there, maybe a couple of hundred. And I've been going through them over the last couple of days, which has been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed digging into them and seeing exactly what's there. And there's some beauties in here, some little curios, some things that I had heard, some that I hadn't, and yeah, some interesting bits and pieces from all different types of genres. So what I'll do is I'll work through them. I'll talk about a few of them that I've kind of maybe researched a little bit or I know a little bit about, and then I'll fire through some of the other ones quickly because there's a lot to get through, and like I said, a lot of it is good stuff. Yeah, let's get straight into it then. So this one caught my eye really early on. This is called The Bike Beat, latest greatest craze on record by the Rally Rounders. Now this is a flexi disc. It's in beautiful condition. If I show you this, it gives you instructions in the back how to do the bike beat. I might have a go at that at the end of the video. It says, go to your Rally dealer. He'll be glad to show you the latest Rally bikes and to help you choose the model best for you. So this was a promo flexi that was put out to promote Rally bicycles and their factory in Nottingham. But what makes this special, this flexi disc, is that the Rally Rounders, if you can see that there, the Rally Rounders were actually another name for the Outlaws. Now the Outlaws were Joe Meek's studio band, or his kind of main backing band, and yeah, this is kind of like mod pop. I think it's the same track on both sides, the Bike Beat Part 1 and Bike Beat Part 2, produced by Joe Meek and played by the Rounders, or sorry, played by the Outlaws. Now, the thing that's interesting about the Outlaws is that they had Richie Blackmore playing guitar for them, obviously pre-Deep Purple, so I think Richie Blackmore was only a young teenager when he played with the Rally Rounders / the Outlaws. But yeah, this is I think this is his first recorded appearance here. So yeah, this is quite a rare one, and like I said, in absolutely perfect condition. So yeah, that was an interesting one, but it's really cool as well. Kind of like I said, kind of mod pop type stuff. Here's another quite rare record. This is Julian Covey and the Machine, a band out of Nottingham as well, and this is like kind of blue-eyed soul. I think this was a bit of a stomper in the later years of the Wigan Casino and the Twisted Wheel and places like this, but they were a band out of Nottingham as well. I think this is 67 on Island Records, and this is in really, really nice condition as well. But yeah, kind of really cool blue-eyed soul. I believe that back in the day, in the 60s, when they were playing, they actually get booed off at the Twisted Wheel because they maybe weren't quite black enough to be considered a real Northern Soul band. But I'm not a real authority on Northern Soul. I know maybe someone like Nick's Final Butty or someone like that would be more familiar with this than I am, or John the 6-inch Pianist. But this is backed with Sweet Bacon. But yeah, I really like this. I've listened to it a good few times, and yeah, it's really, really cool. Okay, one of Lulu's first, I think this is Lulu's first EP. put out in '64. A nice cover of Beatles-era and Holland's Heatwave. Smokey Robinson's What's Easy for Two is So Hard for One. And then there's a Jerry Goffin track at the end as well, The Trouble with Boys. So yeah, can't beat a bit of Lulu. The Pint-Sized Glaswegian Warbler. This is on Decca. Some pretty nice nick as well. Get that back in. What's going on here? Bear with me. There we go. So that's Lulu. Grooving with Manfred Mann. I like a bit of the Manfreds. This has got Do Wah Diddy on it. It's another EP. Can't You Believe It? Did You Have to Do That? All Jones tracks. Or Do Wah Diddy's not. Grooving, the first track, I suppose isn't either. This isn't in as good condition. But there's loads and loads and loads of these early EPs. Lots of them on mono. Lots and lots of this type of stuff. Here's another one. King Size Hits, The Kinks. So this has got on side one another EP. It's got You Really Got Me, backed with It's Alright, and side two, All of the Day and All of the Night, backed with I Gotta Move. And that was two, I don't think it was their first, was it the first two singles? Certainly two early singles. Released an EP on Pie, produced by Shel Talmy. Yeah, that's cool as well. So a lot of these, this kind of stuff, the Manfreds, the Kinks, you know, I've got loads of albums by these bands and I love that type of stuff. So some of this will probably sit for a while. I'll see how much I play the singles and I might end up keeping a lot of the singles. Maybe I will start a little singles collection because there's lots of stuff in here I like. This is another kind of curio. It's called Operation Pie. So what this one is, you can see it's got nothing on the other side. It's just single-sided. But this is a promotion disc to promote Pie International, which was the new subsidiary of the Pie Records label, to promote American acts and other acts from overseas. So it's just some suit kind of giving a spiel about how this is an important moment for Pie Records, that they're branching out and they're going to become more of an international label. But again, it's quite rare and I think it's quite sought after for amongst collectors who collect this type of thing. Probably not my cup of tea, but yeah, it's just someone chatting away about the kind of business side of Pie Records. Oh, this is a beauty. So this is Sorrow on Fontana by the Merseys, originally known as the Mersey Beats. They lost a couple of members. See that there. And the song Sorrow backed with Some Other Day. But yeah, Sorrow's brilliant. You obviously all know Sorrow from the David Bowie version. Initially by, was it the McCoys that did the original? It was like their version was like more like a folk version. They did it, I think, a year or two earlier. When's this from? 66. Yeah, I think theirs was on Elektra Records. It was more like a kind of folky version with harmonica, whereas this is more of a beat version. Because the Mersey Beats had lost a couple of members, they went down to the Merseys. When this was originally recorded, it was recorded by a load of session guys. So Jimmy Page played on it, John Paul Jones, Jack Bruce played stand-up bass, I believe, on it as well. But I believe that version wasn't the version that was put out as the single. I think that they only appear on the original version. I don't think on that one, but this is so cool. I don't think it's worth a lot of money, but I love the song Sorrow, and that might even be better than Bowie's. Nah, probably not. It's really cool. I like that. Excellent stuff. And we've got some Captain Scarlet of Spectrum. This is another rare one. I didn't like this kind of thing when I was a kid, like puppets and Captain Scarlet and the Thunderbirds and all that. I hated it when it came on. I was more of a cartoons guy. Yeah, give me cartoons over these puppets any day. But I know that there's a big collector's market for all this type of stuff, like Captain Scarlet and the Thunderbirds. So I'm sure that someone will enjoy this. But it's not even really music. It's almost like an audio episode of one of Captain Scarlet's adventures. Sounds pretty lame to me, but yeah, a lot of people like it. This is cool. I really, really like this. Surf and Drag Hits by Jan and Dean. All the songs on here, I think all of them. Surf City, Drag City and Dead Man's Curve were all co-written with Brian Wilson. So obviously the other big act from the early 60s. They were all about drag racing and surfing, Jan and Dean. And yeah, this is really cool. On mono on the that Liberty label. Yeah, this is one that I would keep as well. Yeah, Dead Man's Curve's a great song, as is Surf City. Yeah, I love that kind of early surf stuff. Really good. Okay, next up, if you're a Rangers fan, you might like this. Lex McLean with the Glasgow Rangers. It's kind of Scottish accordion music on Thistle Records, made in Scotland. So it's got Every Other Saturday and the Rangers. There's that label. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, the Rangers team with Lex McLean. A couple more soundtracks. I've not listened to these yet. I love the films. From Russia with Love on United Artists, another EP. It's a bit tattier, this sleeve. Yeah. Obviously the best Bond, Sean Connery. And then I got another one, Dr. No. So it's got James Bond's theme, Kingston Calypso, Jump Up, Under the Mango Tree, and Twisting with James. Not listened to this one yet either, but yeah, these are cool. There's that United Artists label. Pretty good condition, these as well. I love stuff like this kind of French yeye, rock and roll, Johnny Halliday. I'm sorry for any French viewers, if you're watching Romuald. I'm about to butcher your language. Les mauvais garçons and ça fait mal, it hurts me. Pour moi, tu es la seule, sweet loving mama. I'm going to give up at that. Yeah, I love stuff like this. I love this kind of French 60s pop. That's on Philips. Yeah, Johnny Halliday. It's really cool. And a few more out of this pile. The Teenagers, Frankie Lemon. I'm Not a Juvenile Delinquent from the film Rock, Rock, Rock. Love is a Clown, Teenage Love, and Am I Fooling Myself? Yeah, I love a bit of doo-wop. That's really cool. That's one that I would keep. And go here. Oh, this is cool as well. I've got Justin Hines and the Dominoes, Rub Up, Push Up. So some quality ska. You have the Rulers on the other side with Copacetic. This is on Island Records, 1967. So yeah, I love that label. It's really, really cool. And I think that's quite a rare one as well. Yeah, I like that. I like ska, so that would be one to keep. So that's the first bundle. Some of these other ones will fly through a little bit quicker. And get these back in the sleeves. Yeah, there we go. That's the first little bundle. Right, I'm back with another bundle. Let's get into these. So I've got some more Trojan. This is Ram Goat Liver by Pluto Shervington. This is really cool. So it's Ram Goat Liver on one side with vocals and then an instrumental on the other. But I love these Trojan records, and that would be another one I keep. It's really, really cool. This was a bit interesting. This one, Blobs. This is Blobs Volume 1. 4 bands from Victoria. So this is Canadian punk / rock and roll. It says here 4 Victoria bands. The Hanson Brothers with My Girlfriend's a Robot. The Show Business Giants, Always the Last One to Know. Shovelhead, Bug Party and Sex Dream, and the Vinaigrettes theme song and the Beatles ripoff. But the Vinaigrettes one's the one that I like the best, that's just on that clear 7-inch. Yeah, the Vinaigrettes one's really cool. It's like kind of little acoustic indie number. I'm wondering if any guys from Canada, Brian Embryonic Robot, would know any of these bands. 4 bands from Victoria. Yeah, Vinaigrettes would be my favourite. The Shovelhead, Bug Party and Sex Dream is quite good as well. Yeah, cool stuff. Now I got a load of French Yeye, lots of, well, it was all Francois Hardy EPs. So I've got this one, Je ne tens plus Persona, I think. Yeah, that's really, really good. I've listened to this one. That opening track's got great kind of fuzzy guitar. It's on this Discs Vogue label, which looks really cool as well. Yeah, I've got a few of these. Francois Hardy, C'est Francois. I don't know any of these tracks. I listened to this one as well. This one sounded a bit more ballady. This is on Pi. And this is the one that I've not listened to yet. It's on this Discs Vogue label. Francois Hardy, Et Meme. Et Meme? Meme. A load of writing on the back of this one. But yeah, the vinyl 7 inches are in good nick. And then another one on Pi, Only Friends and Catching a Falling Star. I'd imagine Mike's Final Spiral would know these. I think he's a big Francois Hardy fan. I don't have any vinyl, so I'm glad to pick those up because I like it as well. Something on Decca, Joan Regan, If I Give My Heart to You, and Faded Flowers. I listened to this earlier. This sounded quite like an old ballad. I think this is an old song from the late 50s. Some more reggae with Jimmy Cliff, Wild World and Be Aware. The Clash. Let's say Should I Stay or Should I Go, and Straight to Hell. Ken Booth, Drum Song. Ken on Trojan and Everything I Own. Some more Trojan with Bob and Marcia. Was it Young, Gifted and Black? To be Young, Gifted and Black, and Private Number and Pied Piper. A little bit of country, more of these EPs. Country Style with Jerry Lee Lewis, Green Grass of Home, Wolverhampton Mountain, Detroit City and Walk Right In. Well, I wonder if the Walk Right In, Chuck Berry. Darling Svans. I think I know that song. Well, this is a cool one as well. I think this is Mary Hopkins' first single. I think this is before she signed to Apple. It's all sang in Welsh. Again, sorry for any Welsh viewers. Lace, Svinol, Mary Hopkins. I'm not even going to try and say those words. No. Some of it's in English. The little blurb in the back's in English, but yeah, I've got a feeling that this was her first single on this Cambrian label. Look at that. Quite cool. There's quite a lot of folk stuff in here as well. You get into it, but to be fair, all sorts of genres. There's pop, a little bit of soul, Edwin Starr on Tamla Motown. So it's Stop Her on Sight, SOS, and Headline News. On Regal Zonophone, we've got Long Gone, what's that? Long Gone Geek and Salty Dog by Procol Harum. Oh, there we go. On Immediate, Small Faces with Lazy Sunday Afternoon, backed with Rolling Over, which I like even more. It's a great song. Yep. Part 2 of Happiness Stan. Yeah, on Andrew Lou Goldman's label, Immediate. Some more kind of mod pop. The Pretty Things, Don't Bring Me Down, and We'll Be Together on Fontana. This is a cool one. I've not listened to this yet, but I think I'll like this. Sammy Turner on Big Top Records. And the song is Goodnight Irene by Leadbelly. I'm a big Leadbelly fan, and Alan Lomax. I love that song, Goodnight Irene, a real classic standard. And I Want to Be Loved by Savannah Churchill. So yeah, look forward to listening to that one. The British Grinning Bear by Whistling Jack Smith on Durham. And I Was Kaiser Bill's Batman. Tender of the Ashes and I Can't Let Maggie Go on Durham. Honeybus. I'll definitely keep that one. I've never seen that film, so this is another soundtrack from Paul Jones of Manfred Mann. Sings songs from the film Privilege. That's quite cool. Privilege, Free Me, My Poor Heart Is Surely Breaking, I've Been a Bad, Bad Boy from 67. Yeah, need to give this a listen. This is on EMI. Some cool, some R&B. Next we've got Can't Stop Loving You, Ray Charles. And Georgia on My Mind is on this, You Don't Know Me, and Ruby. These are brilliant. They're great condition as well. Fantastic. Here's another one. Take These Chains From My Heart, Ray Charles. Your Cheating Heart's on here as well by Hank Williams. In fact, there's a couple of Hank Williams songs. You Win Again by Hank Williams, Born to Lose. Yeah, that's really cool. Oh, and some more. Hank Williams himself. I've actually got a couple of these. I Saw the Light. It's got I'm Gonna Sing, Message to My Mother, Thank God, and The Angel of Death. Not listened to that yet. Ramblin' Sid Rumpo in concert. Kenneth Williams. Was Kenneth Williams a bit of a folky back in the day? I've never heard this before. On EMI. Cool Parlophone label. Roy Orbison's Stage Show hits. It's got I'm Hurting, a cover of What Did I Say by Ray Charles, Running Scared and Crying. Paul and Paula, Young Lovers. Bobby Baird, Detroit City. Johnny Ray, On the Trail. Trini's Folk Mood. Oh, it's cool. It's got This Train, then a cover of Don't Think Twice, It's Alright, cover of Blowing in the Wind, and We'll Be Singing in the Sunshine. I've not listened to this yet, but that Reprise label. Oh, nice. But Adele Shannon. What's this got? From Me to You by Lennon and McCartney, Dream Baby, Run Around Sue, and Hey Baby. Me to You, Adele Shannon. Billy J. Kramer hits. It's got Bad to Me by Lennon and McCartney, I Call Your Name, Lennon and McCartney. Do You Want to Know a Secret by Lennon and McCartney, and I'll Be on My Way. That's cool. All Lennon and McCartney songs. I showed this in the video before. The Big Three at the Cavern. Again, another cover of What Did I Say by Ray Charles. Sippity Doodah, Reelin' and Rockin'. Some Chubby Checker's Dance Party. The Fly, Dancing Party, Let's Twist Again, and Slow Twister. Bill Haley and the Comets, Mambo Rock. See You Later Alligator, Rock Around the Clock, and Rock. Little Richard and his band. That's cool. Everly Brothers number 4. So All I Have to Do Is Dream. Claudette, Bird Dog, and Devoted to You. Listen to that one. The BBC TV's Song for Europe 1965. Kathy Kirby. Okay. No idea what this is like. I'm sure this is like, let's say, late 80s rock. Blood, Guts and Beer. Can't bother taking that out. The band's Tank. Picture disc. Blood, Guts and Beer on one side, and he fell in love with a stormtrooper on the other side. Pretty cool picture disc. Bill Hayes and the Bucklebusters, Whim Away. Backed with Going Down the Road Feeling Bad. Imagine it's a country. Oh yeah. Copy of Babushka, Kate Bush. I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day. Roy Wood. Blossom Dearie, One Note Samba. Oh. Percy's on the Run by High Broom. And the other side, Dancing in the Moonlight by High Broom. I listened to that as the song that Toploader covered. And yeah, it sounds a bit pedestrian, this. I didn't overly like it. It wasn't a great version. I think it was done before High Broom. Yeah, on that Island label. Used to have that in single years and years ago. Tobacco Road, the Nashville Teens, backed with I Like It Like That. So it's another pile. Let's grab this pile here. Some kind of big band type stuff. Ernie Fields and his orchestra, Saxy. Honky Tonk My Prayer, Knocked Out in the Boot. Monty Sunshine and his band. So there's loads of these EPs. The Chris Barber Skiffle group. That'll be quite interesting, I think. Gypsy Dave. Where Could I Go? Doing My Time. Can't You Line 'Em? I don't know any of those songs, I don't think. There's a little blurb on each of the songs as well, giving you a little bit of background on it, but yeah, I think I like that. And then Chris Barber again, this time introducing Ian Wheeler. Okay, I've got a promo here. The Mike Cotton Jazzmen with Swing That Hammer and Heartaches on Columbia. I think a lot of these, I'm maybe not sure that I know that many. Oh, here we go. Manfred Mann, You're Standing By, and Pretty Flamingo. What's this? Bonzo Dog Duda Band, Cranes in Your Mind, and I Am the Urban Spaceman. Glad All Over by the Dave Clark 5, and I Know You. She'd Rather Be With Me, the Turtles, backed with the Walking Song. Next one's Eve of Destruction, Barry Maguire, and Child of Our Times. We've got a cover of Black is Black, La Belle Epoque. I think that's like a disco version on Harvest. Sure, that's a disco version. I think I listened to that. Creedence Clearwater Revival. I think it was Bad Moon Rising and Lodi. Got some Mungo Jerry. So on this Open Up, Going Back Home. I don't want to go back to school, and No Girl Reaction on Dawn. I love those sleeves. Those Dawn sleeves look cool. Shindig with the Shadows. Adam Faith's Hit Parade. Gene Pitney sings Just For You. What's on this? Yeah, I've not listened to some of these. Sway with Bobby Rydell. Again, loads of these EPs. Weedon Winners. This country. Yeah, Nashville Boogie, Ginchy, Guitar Boogie Shuffle, and Sorry Robbie. Number One Song in Heaven, Sparks single. Pat Boone, A Closer Walk with June, or with Thee. Gene Pitney, I Must Be Seeing Things. Roy Orbison, Pretty Woman, that's pretty cool. Pretty Woman, Yo Te Amo Maria, Dream Baby, and Candyman. This is an indie band from the early 90s, or 97. Seems quite odd that this is in amongst all this other older stuff, but yeah, my favourite Trash Can and How Delicate. Has anyone heard of Mac Mida before? I've not listened to that yet. Pretty Boy Floyd by Joan Baez. Hush Little Baby and Geordie. The Ivy League, Tossing and Turning. Sidney Bechet, his orchestra. What's this? Live It Up, Jukebox, Cannonball. Oh, this is Bill Haley. Bill Haley in the comments. Green Tree Boogie and Sundown Boogie. This is Billy Fury, If by Lose You and Once Upon a Dream. Barnes for Frogman Henry. Is that jazz? I don't know. Look for a Star, Gary Mills. I don't know what that is either. Footsteps, Gary Mills on Top Rank International. Worshipping an Idol, Paul Evans and the Curls on London American Recordings. Seven Little Girls Sitting in the Back Seat. Is that Rock and Roll? I'm not sure. Duncan Brown, Journey. Sammy Turner, Symphony. I don't think I've went through these ones. The main title theme from The Man with the Golden Arm by Jet Harris. Your Honour, Pluto. Carol Dobkins, There's a Song, A Singing in My Heart. Elton. Okay, I've got other good stuff somewhere. This must be it. Oh, this is it. This is the final one. This is the final one. Let's see. I think there's some kind of more country type stuff in here. The Immortal Jimmy Rogers, Blue Yodel, T for Texas. Frankie and Johnny, I love that song. Away in the Mountain, The Brakeman's Blues. Dim Dim the Lights, Shake, Rattle and Roll, Happy Baby, Dim Dim the Lights. This is Bill Haley and the Comets. David Whitfield, The Rolling Shaw Orchestra. Don't know that at all. Clarence Frogman Henry, That Old Piano and Keep Your Hands Off Her. Produced by Chaz and Dave. Doesn't look like it would be produced by Chaz and Dave. Strange. Wink Martindale. Wink Martindale. The Fabulous Platters, Volume 2. Is that Helen Shapiro? Goody Goody, The Birth of the Blues, Tiptoe Through the Tulips, After You've Gone. Is that Buckeye? Johnny and the Hurricanes. Red Red River. Stop Your Foolin'. I don't know what that is. On Phillips. Susan Mon. Red River Rock, Johnny and the Hurricanes. Marlon Dietrich. Where Have All the Flowers Gone? I'm Naughty Little Lola. The Shadows. EP. Mary Hopkins. Sandy Shaw. There we go, The Young Idea. A kind of pop duo from '67. That's quite cool. Peculiar Situation. Oh, this is good. Otis Redding. My Girl, Back with Down in the Valley. That's one of my favourite Otis songs. It's really cool. On Atlantic. Not Fade Away, the Buddy Holly and the Crickets. And Oh Boy. African Waltz by Johnny Dankworth. Side 2 of this has the Avengers theme from the ABC TV production The Avengers. I listened to that African Waltz, it was alright. Yeah, some jazz, big band jazz. This is really cool. The Ian Campbell folk group. A traditional UK folk from the early 60s. It's got the start of side 2, it's another EP, the John B. Sales, so it's like a folk version of Sloop John B. It's really cool. Drill Ye Tarriers Drill, True Love Don't Weep. Yeah, Dave Swarbrick, the great Dave Swarbrick, plays fiddle and mandolin on this. Obviously, before he went and joined the Fairport Convention. Here we go, some more of the Outlaws. Joe Meek's House Band, Spring is Near, and Swinging Low. That's cool. I like that Joe Meek stuff. This is good as well. The Poets, Now We're Through, and there are some. The Poets were like a early 60s mod beat band out of, I think it was Glasgow. They're definitely Scottish. I'm sure they were out of Glasgow. That's on Decca. Mungo Jerry, Lady Rose, Have a Whiff on Me. In fact, Leadbelly used to do a cover of that. That's really cool, Have a Whiff on Me. Milk Cow Blues, I think did the Kinks do that? Little Louie. Yeah, Mungo Jerry. On Dawn, there's another Mungo Jerry. Little Miss Hip Shake and Alright, Alright, Alright. And to finish up, another one on Immediate, Andrew Lowe Goldman's label. This is Twice as Much. They were like a kind of pop duo from the 60s. I think this came out, 66. What's cool about this, there's a cover of Sitting on a Fence. So the Stones, Jagger and Richards wrote Sitting on a Fence for Twice as Much. I think they never put it out on an album. It was out on the Flowers comp in America, and it was it through the Pass Dartley comp in the UK. Yeah, Sitting on a Fence. Then Baby I Want You on the B side. So yeah, another cool one on Immediate. I've got a load of. There was a lot of picture discs somewhere as well, but I don't know where I put all them. There was a Roland Rat one that you really have to see, but I'm not sure where I've put it. Juluka. Got absolutely no idea what that is. From the album Scatterlings, Johnny Clegg and Sifu Minchunu. I don't know. Yeah, I've got that. Yeah, like I said, there's a whole pile of picture discs somewhere. I'm not quite sure where I've put them. There was nothing really spectacular, nothing that really jumped out. Yeah, there's another one to hand. Eartha Kitt. What's on that? Let's Do It, Just an Old-Fashioned Girl, I Want to Be Evil, and Santa Baby. Yeah, lots of really cool stuff. I've not been through all of it yet, so I need to keep wading through a bit and see what I like, and probably a fair bit will just go to car booters. But there's plenty of really cool stuff in there as well. But more than anything, it's just been a lot of fun rifling through it all and sorting through it all and listening to all these old songs. And then there's been some real surprises as well at the twice as much one. I wasn't expecting the Jagger and Richards Sitting on a Fence song, and the Merseys Sorrow was a nice surprise as well, as was the Sloop John B version of was it Ian Campbell folk group? Yeah, that one there. So yeah, lots of little surprises and cool little cover versions and all that kind of thing. I love stuff like that. So I'm going to spend more time digging into these and giving them a good listen. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this whistle stop tour through this big bag of singles. It was really, like I said, a lot of fun to find all of this stuff and to sort through it. For me, it just doesn't feel like a chore at all. It's just good fun, especially getting a big bag for free as well. And I've just did that over the weekend. I've just been going through them and seeing what I've got and listening to them and cleaning some of them, the ones that I think that I'll keep, and all the rest of it. So yeah, there we go. That was my big bag of singles. As always, I'm sure a lot of you will know a lot more about a lot of the music that was in here than I do. So any stories or anecdotes or information about any of the singles, always like to read about that kind of thing in the comments. And yeah, tell me what you thought of my big bag of singles. And until the next one, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.